Nothing like a good random live session to just pop in here with a good random live, just to get things going, just to get your Monday night popping. Gotta love it when it's random. Gotta love it when it's random and it pop up here and everything's good. We'll give people a little time before they chime in. Before we get people in the room, let me cut off some smart devices so they're not too loud. But we should be live on Facebook and on YouTube right now. Give y'all some time to chime in real quick before we get started. What's good? What's good? You know, after we had the super chat Saturday, I thought I'd come back with a maybe Monday, something like that. As you can see, the sponsor of the day is Coca-Cola. So you got your notepads ready. What's going on? What's going on, everybody that's signing in, that's tuning in? I don't know why it's saying my live stream status is okay. But where's the Red Bull? No Red Bull tonight. We not, it's not gonna be an all-night event. Not tonight. Let me see if I could pull up comments. I'm about to pull up comments individually because I can't see Facebook comments. So if you're on Facebook and you got a question, please forgive me if I don't see it, because it's not allowing me to it's allowing me to stream to Facebook, but it ain't allowing me to get everything. So let me go over to Facebook real quick before we get started, because we got a real quick topic of the day. We ain't gonna keep y'all too long because it's Monday night and I know y'all chilling. So we ain't gonna keep y'all too long. In fact, if you're on Facebook, please forgive me, but I'm not gonna be able to see your comments. You got to go over to YouTube. Go look at our fun film with the fun film. Let me say also is a super chat Hall of Famer who's breaking the ice with the first super chat. Good looking out. Like my checker wall. Good looking out. Good looking out. So let's get started. Welcome to, I guess you could say, episode 3 of our live cast. And if this is your first time on this channel, our live cast is a podcast that's actually recorded live for YouTube. All right. If this is your first time on this channel, you know that this channel is about turning your passion into profit and helping you photographers, videographers, you content creators understand the business side of content creation. My name is Ty. I'm your guy to help you take your business from the ground to the sky. See, I'm a poet and I ain't even know it. So before we even start, let me say that if you're listening on the podcast, you may want to follow us on YouTube at Flash Film Academy. If you're watching us on YouTube, you may want to follow the podcast. I just posted a whole bunch of graphics so that you can follow the podcast. It's available everywhere besides Apple Music right now, or Apple Podcasts, because they're taking forever. They're taking forever to approve your boys' podcast so we can be on Apple Music, but we should be on there by later this week. Other than that, we are everywhere. We are on Stitcher, Pandora. We are everywhere. So those who ask for a podcast so they can turn up and listen, you got your podcast. All right. So make sure you support it. Make sure you go ahead and follow the podcast. Give it 22 stars. Thumbs up, whatever you do on whatever podcast network you own, so I can get it to grow and be like Joe Rogan one day. So before I get started, today's topic, let me make sure I got my, the first topic is plugging up my laptop, making sure my laptop's plugged up. That's the first topic. But the topic of today is partners. Should you get partners? Right? And what type of partners you should get. I got an idea for you that you may want to think about when it comes to partners. And it comes to deciding if you should even go that route. All right. You know me, my first answer is no. If you read the book that we talk about, which is End of Jobs, which is perfect for right now. End of Jobs is so on point for right now. It's not even funny. It's crazy how if you read that book, if you are one of the ones that read that book or listened to that audio book, you'll know it's crazy right now. Like End of Jobs is spot on right now. as far as what they have kind of predicted as the future of jobs. We're going to move away from being at a company for 50 years and we're going to move to a place where you're hired per project. You're hired, like being an entrepreneur is the new skill set to have. It's more important than an MBA. It's more important than a lot of degrees you can get. But that having the entrepreneur mindset is where you need to be. So end of jobs. If you go to my gear list, if you go to Flash Film Academy and go to gear list, it's one of my favorite books. Just said my volume went really low. It's one of my favorite books that's out there. I cut the volume down a little bit because on my end it shows that we were peaking. That just means you got to cut it up a little bit, just a little bit. So when it comes to partners, if you listen to that book, I'm not a fan of partners, right? Because everything you can do can be outsourced. Like the only way you would go and get a partner really is for financial purposes. And I just don't believe in giving away your company or splitting your company or giving up half of your company to bring on a partner to help with finances or financial gain. Now, if you're married, you got no choice. You got a partner. She's going to take half anyway, so you're going to lose the company regardless. But if you're not, you may not want to bring in a partner, right? You may want to handle everything yourself and do it all yourself and outsource everything. All of the business you need for numbers and accounting can be done with apps and QuickBooks, and all of the marketing you need can be outsourced to somebody on Fiverr. There's really no reason to have somebody come in and split the company or have a partner. I would hire somebody to do sales. I would hire somebody who would continue to maybe go out and handle customer service. I would have interns. But I would not hire partners. Real quick, Joshua Gibson says, I just hired interns for 3 months. Mistake or come up? It depends where they are in their journey. It depends how well they know photography and videography. Are you babysitting them? Do you got to teach them everything? Or are they off and running and are just looking for direction? Those are people I like to work with, people who just need direction, who just need who have the will, or they just need a little bit of the skill, and by way of I want to say experience than anything. I don't want people who've never touched the camera to work for the company. I want people who are photographers who just want to learn the business side of it. And that's when it comes to partnerships, that's the type of partnerships I usually like. So I have friends who work in this area who have worked for me previously, and they went off and started their own photography and videography company. And that's great. That works. I don't see it as competition. I'm still trying to reach out to them, and we still communicate and help each other. The good thing is, if I'm a one-man band, which a lot of you guys starting off as one-man band, if for some reason you sprain an ankle and you can't show up to a job, you got somebody who can. And I've kind of developed a friendship with a photographer or other photographers so that we both cover each other back. Hey, I got an event on this day. They may have, just to give me a heads up in case something happened, this is what I got going on. Can you cover me? We've had times where I've covered one of my fellow photographers for an event for 2 hours because they had an overlap and they were trying to get there. And I was able to do that. So it worked out well, but those are the type of relationships you want to think about as you move forward. You want to think about a relationship where somebody can cover you and you can cover them if they're not there. I'd much rather have that type of partnership than to bring somebody in my company and share it and split it and things like that. That's the type of partnership I would look for if I'm a one-man band. Now, you may get to the point where you may hire people. You may hire people or contractors, and you don't need somebody for that. But your best bet would be to work, stack some chips, and then outsource what you need. And that outsourcing what you need will pay you way more than a new lens, new gear, or whatever would pay you. So that's always the direction I'm going in before I even purchase gear, because I can rent gear. I can rent gear and pass along that cost to a client. Gear should actually be the last investment you make for your business, period. Gear depreciates. It doesn't, I'm not gonna say it don't make you better, but often it's not going to close the sale unless you have a client that's looking for a particular look, a particular camera, which rarely happens unless I'm filming for another production company that's out of the state. Hey, we need a Canon on this one. We need a Sony on that one. And that's why I own a Canon, a Sony, a Blackmagic. Just because I get calls from a lot of guys in California saying, hey, one time we shot some stuff for TV One. They were doing a documentary on Kirk Franklin that aired some time ago, and they wanted us to go out and film one of the interviews, in which we did. But they wanted it shot on the Sony. They were shooting FS9s or FS9s or something, FS7s, not FS9s. I'm thinking about the new one. They were shooting FS7s. We had FS5s. We were able to still go out and capture it and deliver the content to them. I've had clients that we did Ford commercials and they wanted Canon. They were shooting C300s, C500s. We had C100s and that was enough. So we were able to go out and cover it. However, I've never had a client that we offered a solution to that cared about what camera it was being shot on. They just didn't care. So camera, and if they did want something crazy, they wanted a red or something like that, we would add it into the budget. We go to a local rental house and we get that red. And that's another thing. If you have a local rental house, right, go to that local rental house, fill out all the paperwork, get pre-approved to go rent something, because the last thing you want is to need a camera tomorrow and you haven't been through the process of everything to rent that camera. And some rental houses take time to get approved. You can't just go up and they never met you before and leave with a camera. Some of them do background checks. They do all kind of checks, business checks to make sure you are legit. That could take days. And if you need something tomorrow, and trust me, as you start to advertise on Google and you start to get the brand out there, you're going to have times where clients call you like, yo, I need this tomorrow. We got to shoot over here. We need somebody. You got a steady cam? Cool. You got a drone? Cool. You got a red? Oh, you don't? Okay. Can you get one by tomorrow? And you want to say, yeah, I can grab one by tomorrow and I can see you there. Let me call up my rental house. They got one in stock. Hey, Tom, hold it for me. I will be there to get it. You don't want to have to go there and fill out paperwork, and because you may get the call at 4, they may close at 5. You need to be at the shoot at 6 a.m. So you want to make sure that you have that relationship with that rental house, even if you don't rent nothing. Even if you haven't rented nothing yet, go build that relationship. So that's a little tidbit you may want to jump on when you are growing as a company. Plus, you may want to rent other things. You may want to rent cranes and jibs and all kind of stuff from them. So build that relationship. Even though you're not spending money with them, just build that relationship. Plus, just being there, talking to them will allow you to network and possibly, I can't even talk right now, possibly meet other people who's in the industry. So trust me, I have great relationships with a few rental houses here. We almost had one as a sponsorship, but it's something you definitely want to think about. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Stephanie said, rental houses sometimes let you practice with some of their gear. They do. Local rental houses in Dallas will let you come in and you can shoot around on all kind of stuff right in the shop. That way you can get your hands on $100,000 cameras and see what it's like to film with them. They'll let you film right there in the shop. So it's a good idea if you're doing the video side, even the photography side. There's a lot of places that rent glass, right? There's a lot of places that rent tons of glass or a second body. Go develop a relationship, fill out the information, get pre-approved, and be ready to go, because you may get something that's quick and you don't want to have to think about, can I get the gear? You want to make a phone call. Is it available? All right, Bob, let me come pick it up. This is Ty over at Flash Film Media. Hold it for me. I'll see you in a few. And I usually get a price list from them, so I have an understanding of what is what, so I know what to charge the client. Always charge the client. Always make a profit off of it. Don't ever rent something for $30 and charge a client $30. You don't ever do that. Always make a profit. So make sure that you have that relationship, and that's something that, I don't know, for some reason, videographers didn't share that information. They didn't put that out, but that was just something that I learned working with clients and just being ready. And sometimes you'll be surprised at what lands on your lap simply because you're available. $10,000, $20,000 jobs that are landing on your lap because you're available. You got a study cam? Yep. I got two different jibs. I got a short one that's like 8 feet, and I got a 14-foot jib or crane or whatever you want to call it. And people were just looking for a crane operator. We're shooting with reds. Can we put an epic at the end of it? Can we put a raven at the end of it? Sure. I got the jib. I got the crane, sandbags, truck. I can bring it all out, whatever. I just don't got the red. So I don't have the red. So what I'll do is call up. I got 2 rental houses. One of them will have something. And I'll say, cool, send it over to them. Because a lot of times when you work for companies like that, you're going to bill them. You're going to invoice them. So you're showing up to shoot. And then you get an invoice back, T30, T20, something like that, or T30, T60, hopefully not T90. When I say T90, it's how long it takes you to get paid. T30 is a 30-day turnaround. T90 is a 90-day turnaround, or T60 is a 60-day turnaround. So sometimes you will have to eat it for a minute, but you better make sure that your charge covers that. So real quick question. Ty, you say companies buy from companies, people buy from people. My wedding videography brand is called Lawrence Canner Films. I know how you feel about John Smith photography. Any thoughts? Okay, so what he's speaking to is, I often tell you never to name your brand after yourself. The only niche you can get away with it in is weddings. So with weddings, you're fine. However, think about it like this. If you're John Smith Videography and you're doing weddings and you can't make that wedding, there's going to be a problem, right? I'd much rather be, Bouquet Films. I got to fly here. Bouquet Films weddings, because anybody can show up in that shirt. Now, you won't see a decrease in sales because of the name. I just like the insurance of not having to be there for that shoot. That's just me. But if weddings is your niche, you will be okay with a brand that's named after yourself in that area. The only pro of it is your ability to send. You can book 2 weddings at a time. Send someone to this one, send someone to that one. They got a shirt, they got the logo. They come shake hands, do what they got to do, and you don't have to worry about it. You can cover one while they cover another. So that's the only benefit in that case. But you know how I am. I'm not crazy about John Smith. I'm not crazy about the John Smith photography. Plus, I may want to sell a company at some point. Also, sometimes some of the rental houses can bring you business too. I rent out of some. Let's see. So he's pretty much saying that sometimes rental houses can bring you business. And that is very, 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 very accurate. Very, very, very accurate. I've had rental houses bring me business as well. So something to think about. It's just a good relationship you want to get. Real quick, if you're watching on Facebook, I cannot get your comments today, so you got to come over to the YouTube side of things. If you want to get your questions heard. I know I got a few people watching on Facebook, but if you want to get your questions heard, you got to come over to the YouTube side of things. Real quick, I got a few people on Facebook that's watching, so big shout out. Yep, we did another sneak pop-up live video. We're not going to be on too late tonight because it's a Monday night, but I want to talk about the theme of the video is partners. Do you bring in partners? I personally, I don't, unless your partner is your wife or somebody like that. The rest can be outsourced. That's just one part of the business you can't outsource. So I bring in, you get your bookkeepers that can be outsourced. Extra helping hands can be outsourced. There's times where I'll bring in shooters and I will just direct. I just want to direct. I don't want to film. I don't want to be director of photography. I just want to direct. And I bring in people to do that, depending on how large the job is. And sometimes it's best, if your job is really large, you want to sit back and look at the final image. You want to look at what's coming on the final monitor. You don't want to be in a situation where you miss stuff worrying about exposure and things like that. So if you got a bigger job, bring in 2 or 3 people. Plus, it shows value, right? When you show up with a van full of equipment and you got 5 guys getting out, it's value, right? The guy who cuts your grass with a huge lawnmower, he got a truck, a trailer, 6 guys. You got 1 guy blowing, 1 guy with the whip, 1 guy trimming trees. It looks more expensive than a guy pulling up, pulling a trailer with a Honda Accord and he got one lawnmower. You just don't want to pay that guy that much. But the guy that jumps up and it's like 6 of them, they got on uniforms, they look more expensive. They're doing the same job. They're doing the same job. Story to record. What's going on, brother? He said, do I have a local bookkeeper or did I have a company? I started with a company, transitioned over to a local. Local bookkeeper is going to cost more, but be way more effective. However, bookkeeping is not as hard. No, my nose is stopped up, allergies. Bookkeeping is not as hard as it sounds. Now, you may have a good bookkeeper and gonna make sure you qualify for everything. Like all the loans is going on right now. A good bookkeeper will have you right. An app won't. So right now is a great time to have a good bookkeeper. So something to think about. Yeah, my allergies are killing me. I had a sneezing attack right before I got on. I had to sneeze it out real quick. You know how it is. So bookkeeping is something that's very important. And depending on where you are, right now, if you got a good bookkeeper that's local, they'll find you all kind of pandemic loans and all kind of stuff right now. QuickBooks just won't do it. They'll try, but they just won't do it. Possibly a dumb question. Never a dumb question, bro. What's the difference between bookkeeping, accounting, and tax accounting? And tax accounting you only see once a year. Bookkeeping is going to look at every purchase you make from your business checking account, and they're going to file it as an expense. They're going to file it where it needs to be filed for your business so that when tax time comes, you're not digging through everything trying to figure it out. A bookkeeper will help you move forward making the right decisions. A tax accountant will only see you once a year to do it. If you have an internal bookkeeper, then you would go see your tax accountant during tax time. If you have a really good, bookkeeper, then they'll do taxes as well. It's kind of best of both worlds. Not a dumb question. That's a really good question. Now, some states require you to file taxes quarterly. Some places is quarterly. So, federal maybe yearly. Some states are quarterly. There's a lot of stuff that differs from county to county. So a local bookkeeper will probably know that better. Now there's some apps that are on it, but that's something that you really got to dig into based off where you are. Andre Woods, good looking out on the super chat. And really quick, it's been a while since we did this live on air, but Derek P, congratulations and welcome to our newest gold member. Everybody put your gold and clap it up for Derek P, who's now a gold member. Good looking out. Welcome to the crew. So big shout out to you, brother. Andre Woods, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. So let me go to the next question. Successful entrepreneur has many contacts. Yep. So he's pretty much saying that a good entrepreneur had plenty of contacts with the business world. So he was contacted by an entrepreneur that wanted to partner with him, that had a lot of connects. My thing is this: why would you want to partner with me? Right? You see something there. I personally, I don't want to partner with nobody. That's just me. I'll work with you. I'll work alongside you. I don't want to give up half my company for nothing, just for half the work. It's not worth it, right? Walmart don't give up. The owners of Walmart do 0% of their labor. They're not giving up a percentage of their company for any amount of labor. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. So, you'd have to walk up to me with a suitcase full of cash to get a percentage of my company. Just like Shark Tank. Don't ever give up a part of your company if you've built it just for somebody that's willing to do something you don't want to do. It's not an even trade. Good looking out, Andre Woods on the super chat. He's asking, how do you come up with the perfect pitch to a potential client? I always get so nervous and sometimes I'm not able to ask. Look, it takes practice. For me to get on here and go off the top of the dome takes practice. It's just, I practice with family members. I practice with friends. I practice with girlfriends. I practice with teachers. I practice with whoever I can practice with, right? I go up to people who I'm comfortable and cool with, and I practice pitching. And when you get to the point where you can go up to somebody who you're just playing with, like you're just practicing with, and they're interested in it, then you're winning. I practice on everybody. So, and just like Fun Films say, partners don't work because it's not their baby. Yep, it's my company is my baby. I've given birth to it. I brought you into this world. I can take you out. What do they say? And so it's, you want to make sure that I can't guarantee that the person next to me is going to have the passion I had, or they would have started their own. So I got a passion for it. I love it. I could be doing something else on Monday night. I'm live talking to people who love this. That's how much I love it. So just something to think about. I personally, I'm just not bringing in somebody else. They're going to have a boatload of money. That's just me. Started to make a promo vid for a dealership. It's been going great, but hard for me to close the sale. I love videos and want the same, but they won't respond after seeing my prices. Then you didn't provide enough value, right? Don't show the price until the end. Provide enough value. Make them feel like they can't live without it. Value is something that you really, 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 really have to work on. And that's everybody. It was something that missed me. It went over my head. I was thinking like, yo, we got videos, we got prices. What's the problem? But value, how your brand is received and perceived by the client is something you have to work on continuously. And if people are backing out when they see prices, they didn't back out because they don't got the money. They backed out because it didn't seem like it was worth it. So what can you do to continue to make what you offer worth it? What makes you justify your price, right? Ask yourself that question. Often I see people post pictures of like booty photographers post pictures of women half naked. And you know what I think? What makes this picture dope? Is it the booty, or is it the fact that is it the composition, the lighting, the exposure? Because most times it's just the booty. Most times the model is just beautiful. The picture is trash. The picture could have been caught on an iPhone in auto. The picture could have been taken with a Polaroid upside down. The picture is usually trash. It's just that the model is gorgeous, right? So that's why those photographers never do nothing different, because they never get the attraction, the excitement, the attention as they get when they post a picture of a woman in waist deep water holding her chest. Because the picture is trash. The model is what's great. So when you look at your brand and when you offer a price, when you offer a package to a client, right, what makes it great? What makes your brand stand out? And that's something that is hard to swallow, but you have to in order to be successful. You have to look at yourself and get away from your family telling you, oh, it's great. I like that. They should be buying. Get away from them. And when you go shoot for free, when you go build your portfolio and you got your client that you're shooting for free, ask them to be brutally honest. Would you buy from me? Had I not came in here and offered this to you for free, would you have bought this from me? No, why not? Because I guarantee you it's not going to be because they ain't had the money. And just, you got to tell them, please be brutally honest with me. It could be like, man, you came in here, your shirt was untucked, you didn't say hi, you didn't make eye contact. You pulled up and parked in the handicapped spot. Your camera just swinging around your neck is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's a lot of reasons people don't want to buy from you. You came in, you was doing all of this, and you didn't shake my hand. You tried to fist bump me, and bro, I'm telling you, it's a lot about how you carry yourself, how your business look. You wrote your number down on a napkin, and your business card was scratched out. It had a new number on it. And it was at a Gmail account. It's a lot of reasons people like, nah. And all of those stuff, bro, add up. They add up. They add up. They add up. Go, listen, this week, this is your homework assignment. This week, right? Go into a B car lot. Go into one of them car lots that sell everything. They finance, buy here, pay here, raggedy. They got cars that's just in the back of the lot that's just dirty. They don't even wash no more, right? Go into one of them. Look around, get comfortable, talk to the sales guy. Hey, I'm just looking for a car. See what you got, right? Then go to the most expensive car lot in your area, a Lamborghini, a Porsche. Go to the most expensive car lot you can find. It can be something, it can be a Volvo, it can be and then look at the difference, right? Look at the appearance. Look at the floors, how they shine. Look at how they greet you. Look at what they're wearing. Look at what's free water and candy. And just look at how they carry themselves, right? Even if you go to a mechanic, your homeboy mechanic shop dirty, his hands oily, is greasy. You go into a mechanic shop of like a Porsche and you like, how do y'all do work in here? Where's the oil on the floor? Why are all y'all so clean? Like, go and look at the difference. That is the difference between you and somebody who can come in there and charge 10 times what you're charging because they can show value. So you got to have that relationship with that client that you shoot for free. You got to tell them to be brutally honest. Don't worry about my feelings. If you want, you can have them. That's why I like to have people submit stuff via form, because they don't got to look you in your face and tell you your breath was stinking. That's why you know what I'm saying? They can write it like your breath was not the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need the truth. Like, don't worry about my feelings. Tell me the truth. Your breath was it was foul, man. You came too close to me when you were trying to pitch your video and your breath was foul. I thought you ate some cats. It smelled like you put Alpo in a microwave and put barbecue sauce on it. It smelled like you ate diapers, bro. Your breath was just foul. That's why I couldn't continue letting you do your pitch, because your breath was funky. Like I need to know the truth. Ask that when you get out of a relationship. Watch what you learn. I didn't know if it was your breath or your armpits, buddy. It was bad. My eyeballs were burning. So, it's a lot of reasons why people don't mess with you. They don't tell you though. But we'll send them a little pamphlet like, yo, fill this out. Be real. In fact, the realer, more harsh you are, the better I'm gonna shoot your video. So you gotta take that real criticism, bro. You can't just your family will gas you up. You'll be having blurry pictures of the sun. They be like, that's cute. I like that. Bro, that ain't gonna do nothing for you. Blurry pictures of your kids. I remember one time, I know it stopped though, but it's all good. I remember one time, bro, I was in the military and we had joint training. So it was Air Force, Marines, and we had a shooting assignment. It was photography school. We had a shooting assignment. We had to go take these pictures. And I remember this guy came back and he had pictures of his grandma. He went to the hospital with her. She was on whatever. And he instead of going out doing his shooting assignment, he did it in the hospital with his grandma. And bro, and we would have to put these pictures up on the screen. And in the military, that's one thing I miss about the military. They don't hold no punches. They gonna let you have it. We not here to baby you. You about to get the truth. Raw. So bite down on this and get this truth. It's like your first car. You don't want it, but daddy gonna give it to you anyway. So this guy had pictures of his grandma on the screen. Now we all sitting in class and they put it up on a projector. And I remember my teacher said, bro, your grandma dying. And you bring in these trash pictures of her, you gonna kill her. Bro, you talking about thought I would die? Man, I laughed so hard. He said, these pictures is what's gonna kill her. She already in the hospital, and these other pictures you take, you gonna kill her. These pictures are like Dr. Kevorkian. You talking about the whole class, jaw hit the ground. That dude wanted to run out of there and jump off a roof. He was hurt, but it was the God honest truth. Them pictures were trash. They were blurry. They were trash. I don't know where that guy is to this day, but every time I see him, I'd be like, you gonna kill your grandmama. That had me. I'm talking about, bro, we were dying laughing. I'm talking about, the pictures were bad though. Let's be real. They were blurry. They were bad. He was like, you gonna be the reason she don't make it out the house. Like, I'm talking about, he went on and on. She on life support because of this picture. Go back to that picture. This is why she's on life support. You go scroll to the next. Look at this. I'm telling you, it was funny. So it's just, you gotta have some honest eyes on your business, right? And it helps when you shoot for free because that's your ideal client. They're looking to work with you. What do they have to say? Don't take advice from nobody who not paying you. Don't take advice from grandma and auntie that's sitting there like, oh, screw them. Don't take advice from nobody that's not here to pay you. People that pay you can give you advice. People that, because everybody got opinions. It don't matter about your opinions. That's why I tell you to go shoot for free, get a niche, build a relationship with them people, because they going to pay you. Those are the only ones I care about. I don't care about what people on the sideline. I don't care about what fans in the stands got to say. I care about listen to the people who pay you, right? They were going to keep it real with you, right? So them the ones you want to get your information from. Those are the ones you want to get your information from. Andre said, my teacher in high school talked about this one guy who applied for a 6-figure job and he didn't get the job because he had some wrinkles in his shirt during the interview. I totally agree. Totally agree. Like, because when you're spending money, you want to give it to people who deserve it. You don't want to go to a restaurant and you paying money and it looks like crap. The food dirty, the fork dirty. They come and just slam your food on the plate on the table and just slide it. You don't want to spend your money there. I don't care. Like McDonald's couldn't get away with that. McDonald's, $1 cheeseburger. Think about it. A $1 cheeseburger. They can't treat you anyway to give you a $1 cheeseburger. You mad at them because they ain't happy. Welcome to McDonald's. You want them to be chipper for a $1 cheeseburger. What do you think your client wants from you? And you want $3,000 a video. You need to be like, hey, welcome. We love doing video here. Video is our thing. All right, guys, stand in line. They want that. You can't just be in there like, yeah, it's just a rough day. Action. Yeah, run it. No, that's a part of the brand, the business. That's part that people don't think about. Go over their head, right? You gotta offer that. You gotta give them that. It's just a part of service. It's a part of who you are, right? Those are things people don't always remember what you do for them, but they will always remember how you make them feel. I've had bad shoot days and we had a lot of fun and I was just off shooting wise. I was just off. But you know what? The client hired me again because they had fun shooting and I killed it the second time. So something to think about. Lion imagery. Good looking out on the super chat, brother. So, it's Andre Wood say, when's the next Attire? I got a few, man. I got a few that I got to get around to shooting. I got some that's going to be wild. I got one about the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to tell you that one. That's going to be for those who want to know what Attire is a video series that's in you got to be a member to see those videos where I kind of go off record and tell you a time that I've had in this industry. The last one was about the FAA and how it almost cost me about $300,000. So, all right. So it's just things you got to think about. What's with why tie? I'm sure you get asked this a lot. Why tie? Tie is just short for Tyrone. And people call resumes back when they see Ty, not Tyrone. What's a good dress code for shooting promos? Really, my company have uniforms. We do a lot of dark colors. Great. We do something a little different. I do gray pants, black tops, or I have black pants, gray tops. We have a uniform. I don't wear regular clothes. I don't have anybody on my team wearing regular clothes. When I walk in and you see my company on my shirt, in fact, I got hoop gear, man. Look at this. I got Flash Film Media undershirts, bro. It's real over here. It gets real over here. You know what I'm saying? When I play basketball, I like to wear my own clothing line. I'm always advertising. Every now and then I'll put a horse on them, but until we own horses, we this is what we do. But we have uniforms. So something to think about. We think about getting black shirts, but in Texas, I don't want to die. I have white shirts. And I'm mostly indoors. If I'm outdoors, we usually do white shirts. We have white shirts or light shirts. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm the only one that got a white shirt because I feel like a boss. When I want to wear the white shirt, I just want to walk around like the boss. I do that. But we have gray shirts that are light gray shirts. And I mostly wear a lot of gray shirts because when we hire a lot of A lot of cats, they can wear black pants. So sometimes I may do black jeans or black slacks with black shoes. But we do uniform. I don't want people showing up because everybody's casual and everybody's casual, right? Let's just eliminate that problem. And it just looks more professional, right? If your Comcast or your Comcast guy came to your house in some jeans, you'd be like, I ain't letting you in, bro. If he came to your house like these, like, yo, we supposed to put some cable through here today? You're going to be like, bro, get out of here. Get out of here, bro. So you got to have the uniforms together. Got to have the shirts. It's an investment. It's $30 a shirt, $40 a shirt, but that money will come back to you because now you can charge more. What is better, an image, logo, or text? What about both? What's best is a combination of both, as long as it's legible, readable, and it plays within your niche. Like people can see it and it makes sense. So do I put anything on the back of my uniform? Nope, I do not. I do not put anything on the back of the uniform. I was thinking about a big old QR code. The company I use for shirts is called Queensboro. I actually need to add that to my gear page. Queens Borough. Really, really good company. They do embroidery. I've been using them for about 10 years maybe. So, yeah. What's my why? Is that, I want to make sure I go back and answer that question. Why do I do what I do? Business-wise or personally? Personally, I've always been a camera guy. I've always been camera computers have been my thing. So as far as I can remember, I've always had a camera. I am that guy. I probably got more pictures on obituaries than anybody I know. I am that guy who enjoys showing you footage or pictures that you totally forgot about. There's nothing better than having a family member or a friend look at a picture and like, wow, when was this? I don't even remember. Like that is my high, especially video. I've always wanted to be a filmmaker. Always wanted to make movies. Just been my thing. I've been a movie buff. Just been my thing. When stuff come out at the movie theater, I'm there that Thursday night. I'm not there Friday. I'm there Thursday night at 12. No, I got to get up at 5. I'm still there. We there to watch Avengers. Let's go. That's just me. So I have 3 different color polos. Joshua said I got 3 different color polos just to switch it up. They all got my logo, but I stick to one color. But should I stick to one color? No, you don't have to stick to one color. I mean, if it's more of y'all, right? If it's 4 of y'all going, you may want to match the 4. You may decide to go with different colors, but the same logo. Y'all the Power Rangers. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, as long as you are you're in a polo shirt, you're in like a dark color slacks. Yeah, but you don't want to have too many different shades. You don't want to have too many different shades. So just something to think about. Is that your tagline? To get more obituary pictures than anybody? No, that's scary. I like Christopher Nolan. He's cool. That would be an interesting tagline. But I just like taking pictures. I feel like my purpose in life is to document life, right? It's to tell a story of people or tell a story of the world in my time. You ever see like I always said before, the people that write the Bible? Like I feel like I'm one of those guys. So it's just I feel like I have a unique way of capturing things that works. He said, I like the idea of wearing my white shirt while the others wear gray. That make you feel like a boss. Why did I choose the color red? The color red for me is a dominant, strong, because I'm a blood. No, I'm joking. It's a dominant, strong color that a lot of great businesses have, like Coca-Cola. Notice the finger. Nobody. If you're aiming big, you want a big company. You want to be, expensive. You got to put your finger up when you drink Coca-Cola. Lavender 316. That's right. Why didn't you go with your logo colors on your clothes? I don't want to be red and black man. Black and red man. It's enough I'm a black man, but I don't want to be red and black man. I look like it's just weird. It's too bright. Red is too bright. So I usually do gray and black with a little bit of red. I usually do gray bottoms or black bottoms. I don't have a red shirt. It's just I didn't want to do that. My truck's already white red and gray. I didn't want to do red shirt. It's too bright. I'm going to be honest with you. I had some red shirts at first. The first shirt I got was red. I was like, there is no way. You look really tacky if you're doing like a wedding or like a corporate event. And corporate is usually very gray, gray, black, or blue, right? Corporate is very, and I wanted to fit in with that. Now, being from Detroit, you know, we all grew up with a few red suits with pinstripes, and we all grew up with some crazy color suit. But you got to tone that down at some point, you know. Any advice on what benefits we should look for in a bank that differs from a personal account when deciding who did you open your business bank account? So being military, I went with a military account, but a business account. I went with a military credit union, but I went with a business account. It just made more sense for me. I'm going to be honest with you. The only thing that I would be concerned with when you go with a business account from certain banks is the minimum monthly requirement. Depending on how big your company is, some of the minimum monthly requirements are $2,000, $3,000. If that's a problem, that's a problem. If not, don't worry about it. However, they all are very, very, very competitive. Very, very, very competitive with a bank account. I'm not the type of person that live off dividends, and I don't even worry about that because I don't plan on leaving $1 million in there to sit for a year to make money off of it. I like to spend my $1 million. So, you know, wait a minute. We got another member. We got another gold member. We got Joshua Gibson is now a gold member. Let's put his gold status on the screen. Good looking out for upgrading the gold status. Welcome, welcome. So do you dress formal when you're on shoots, or does it depend on the situation? So I am almost always in uniform. When I go talk to clients, when I go work with clients, I am in uniform. Let me put the information to the podcast back up here too, so you guys can see that. I am always in uniform. Sometimes when I get up to work, I just be in uniform for no reason. That's just me. CRP Media, do you use USAA for insurance? I do. They're super cheap. Them or military-wise, Geico offers great rates for military, for insurance. But I like to get everything in one place. So I like to do insurance, car insurance, homeowners insurance, things like that. That's just me. So you don't want to, depend on what your colors are, you may want to do, you know, something, think about it, right? Because normally in this industry, the proper color to wear is black. A lot of people wear all black just to stay out of the way, just to not draw attention. You don't want to be a cameraman in a shot near the side of the stage and you got on bright red looking like a pimp. You don't want that problem. You don't want those problems. So black, you want to get as close as black as possible, get as dark as you want. And you really want to stay out of the way. For insurance, CRP Media, correct. Yes. Now, your homeowners, as I stated before, and a lot of you guys don't know this, but I want to make sure I let you know, do not fall for these companies that's going to probably pop up in your YouTube videos about getting photography insurance through them, right? That's a no-go. Your homeowner's insurance or renter's insurance should have a program to cover all of your gear, even when it's not at your home. If you drop it, break it, somebody steal it. If somebody steal your camera out of your car, they'll steal your homeowner's insurance more than likely. If you have this program, will still cover it. Now, you got to call them up and tell them. And you got to call them up and tell them you're using it for commercial use. Right? You got to go ahead and do that. And it'll be maybe a little extra. Some may not charge you, and it's cheaper. Now, the other type of insurance that you may want to consider is called an event insurance. Right? There's a company I use called ACT Insurance, and they offer event insurance for up to $2 million premium. And I usually purchase it based off the client. I make the client pay for it, right? The client will pay $100 to cover their event. ACT Insurance is $34, $39 for 3 days. I make clients pay $100 a day for it. Why do I make them pay for it? Because in most times, they're going to want to be on the policy. That's why I don't get a policy for a whole year, because I don't want to have to call and add and take off and add and take off. I will get a policy for your event. The reason why they want to be on a policy is because they want to be protected if some old lady trip over your wireless lav mic cable and she break a hip, and they're going to sue 3 people. They're going to sue whoever threw the event. They're going to sue whoever wireless lav it was. And they're probably going to try to sue wherever the event was at. So they probably have to have insurance to even get the event. So to triple cover them, they're going to make sure they're on your policy. Does it cover a bad shoot you didn't get paid for? Nope. But a ski mask will. CRP Media says a USAA rep told them differently. So they have a company, depending on what state you are, because certain states, they can't directly cover you. They have to outsource it to a different company. With my state, it's a different company. How do you trip on a wireless lav mic? Bro, it happens. Act insurance only for events. I only use them for events. They may offer some other insurance. I'm not sure. Somebody say we need platinum status after gold. Then we need ultra black for the finish or finest. I can't even. That's correct. We do need that. Yeah, it's gonna be $100 a month. If I get 2 people that want to sign up for that, I will create it. So Act Insurance as of now I only use it for events. It's for like mostly like conventions and things like that. Website. So what is preventing a client to use a video link from your website or Vimeo page? Wait. Okay, so if the license is up, what's preventing them from using it? My cease and desist is preventing them from using it. They can post it all they want. They can still have access to the video all they want. My cease and desist is saying you can't use it to you can't monetize or make money off my video no more. Advertising is making money off my video. My cease and desist say you can't have it. It ain't me pulling the link. So, Joshua Gibson says, almost fell on a client. You say you almost fell on a client? I moved to her faster than she almost fell and you caught her. Yeah, you don't want them problems, bro. Oh, he said he almost fell on her. Yeah, you don't want them problems. Row Vision said, I'll sign up for anything for these elite gyms. Hey, man, I'm just trying to bring it. CRP Media say platinum tier here. I don't even know what I would put. On the platinum tier, I'm just going to keep a camera on me at all times. Y'all just going to follow me around with everything. Any advice on what software or company to use for invoices? I like Squarespace. That's just me. Or Square Up. I'm sorry, that's Squarespace. Here I am. I like Square Up. I like Proposalify. There's a link to Proposalify. Should be below in the description down below, and on my gear list page on Flash Film Academy. Those are my favorite. Also, you can use HoneyBook or Tave. They're great for if you want everything in one place. Tave and HoneyBook is excellent. I really like HoneyBook because HoneyBook got a community where you can communicate with other photographers in your area. Like, hey, I need a second shooter, or somebody like, yo, I can't make this event Saturday. Anybody free? Something like that. You'll make money off Tave. You'll make money off Tave. Oh, he says light almost fell on her. Yeah, I've dove to catch some lights. Trust me. Listen. Listen to me. Go to Amazon right now. Go and buy you some sandbags, people. They're like $8 for like 10 of them. Then go to Home Depot. Go get a 10-pound bag of playground sand, or just hit up a playground if you that cool with it. Get you a scooper, go to a playground. You ain't hear that from me. Don't do that. Listen, we're not responsible for the views and opinions just stressed or just expressed by Ty Turner. Do not go to a playground with a scooper at night and fill up your sandbags. What they say, a 50-pound bag of sand is $4.50. Fun Film say reading glasses tax. I do need my reading glasses, but if I have my C500, I can just point it at the screen and look through the viewfinder. So do not go and find sand at a playground and fill up your sandbags. Don't do it. You did not hear that here. That is illegal. You're going to jail. And if you're a black man, you may just get shot. Don't do it. Go and get a 50-pound bag of sand from Home Depot. Do not go the free 99 route. Okay. Don't small pebbles from Home Depot. That sounds like it hurt. So what I usually do is this. When I get a sand, I'm gonna tell you my sandbag trick. I could have did a whole video on this, but I ain't gonna make y'all sit through that. You can order sandbags dirt cheap. They're dirt cheap. Get you a Ziploc bag. Put your Ziploc bag inside the sandbag. Fill up the Ziploc bag. Close it. Then close the sandbag. That way you don't have spillage and sand everywhere and all that stuff. They'll be all in the back of your van. So that's just a little trick. What's a good microphone for corporate type videos? I looked at the Rode Wireless Go, but they're sold out everywhere. They're sold out everywhere for a reason, because them boys is thetruth.com. I love them. You can do, listen, if you're doing a speaking event, a talking event where somebody's sitting still, shotgun is your best bet. You can get better audio out of that. Listen, don't use lav mic as little as possible. If you have a subject that's seated and everybody's about to come sit down in that same stool and talk, put an overhead shotgun mic. Trust me, it will be a lot better. Get the non-trippable kind of mics. That's right, Fun Film. Fun Film says get the non-trippable kind of mics. So, Ty, if you were to partner with someone that you would look out for and make sure you're putting the contracts. So what would I put in so I have a separate shooter agreement that's in the contract pack. I wouldn't, when you say partner with someone, what exactly do you like? Bring someone on to do a certain job on set? If you mean partner like that, yeah. But if you mean partner like split the company in two, I'm not doing it. They said the Rode Wireless Go is sometimes still available. You just got one. The Rode Wireless Go is the truth. What if you're shooting a basketball mixtape? Should you still dress casual, semi-formal, formal? My bad. I'm consistently asking about dress code. Hey, it's okay to ask about dress codes. Ask away. I am in uniform 100% of the time, right? That's just me. Either I'm just in uniform 100%. You can even throw some shorts with that thing, man. Wear that polo with some shorts if you're hot. That's what I would do. I'm in uniform all the time. I'm just that professional, man. I'm just that guy. I don't want to show up in a t-shirt. It's just not happening. So the name of the reflector, they already posted it. It's the eyelighter. The eyelighter is the truth. Need one more MKH 416, one more Rode news shooter. That's what I'm using, MKH 416. So, something to think about. Zoom H4n on a boom stand. I call it a zoom boom. I like that. Especially if you got the adapter, the shotgun adapter, or you can get it super close. Shotgun adapter, you can't lose with it. Is it ever too early to call a client? So I don't call clients until 10:30, right? Because I figure clients are going to get to their desk. They need time to do their email. I don't want to call you in the middle of that. I'm calling you at 10:30. Plus, you're going to want to hurry up and hear what I got to say. And you probably going to want to BS before lunch. So I'm calling you at 10:30. That's my golden time. That's a little secret stash from the masterclass that you get right now. So something to think about. When is the eyeliner tutorial? You don't really need a tutorial for that. You just get it arm length away from your subject, light it from overhead, boom, bang, pow. Get rid of all that neck shadow, that neck meat shadow. Looks real good. Polos and dark pants are a hot combo still. Yeah, I can do polos and shorts. Masterclass is coming. It's coming. Trust me. I keep getting hit with stuff, man. I just got hit with a new platform for coaching. So I got to roll that out too. Because people keep asking for consultant call packages. Like, hey, I want to talk to you every month. Can we set it up? So I just got the platform to start doing that. So I'm doing a lot. Fun Film, there's some great light tutorials on YouTube. Even seen a couple that cover the eyeliner. When you go to the eyeliner on Amazon, there's a video on it that talks about it. All right, guys, I ain't going to keep y'all too long because we're already at an hour and 29 minutes. Let me post the podcast back on here so you guys can know to follow the podcast, because we're going to have some interviews. I'll be reaching out to a few of you because I would love to do some interviews for the podcast that's separate from this. Boom, bang, pow. And the podcast is really simple. Flash Film Academy's podcast about content and cash, because that's what we talk about. So, something to think about. Ty always takes a drink in the master. Yeah, okay, because when I roll it out, it's gonna be a launch party. We're gonna see who jump on it. It's gonna be big now. I take a sip because it's big. So, also, as I stated last time, this is the last week for this. When you go to that page, it's gonna be a counter on there because it's a wrap for this particular sale. Because like I said, businesses are opening back up. You ain't bored with COVID at the crib no more. You back out in these streets. So that's that right there. It's coming to an end. Wait, did I point to the right side? Hold up, I gotta get that. Yeah, there you go. Boom, that right there. It's coming to an end. So yeah, if you got a podcast, I'm just schedule's crazy, but reach out to me. We'll get you on the schedule. I will definitely get on that podcast, man. Definitely get on it. I got the Rode podcaster that I bought a while back that I love. I got a different podcast that's kind of a comedy that's coming, but that's a whole nother topic. So, I ain't gonna go too much into. Just think of the master class as the 5 key steps for creating a portfolio that convert is 3 times the size of that. McKinley Willis Studios. Good looking out on the super chat. Which contract would you need for shooting free restaurant bar videos? It's the video production contract. That's what you would need. Someone called me Flash Film on Facebook because our names are so close. Hey man, that's a compliment, Fun Film. It's a compliment. Make sure you get those firmware updates for the podcaster. Oh, I do. I'm on it. I get on the beta. I'm team beta on them bad boys. So I'm on it. All right, we had an hour and a minute. Let me answer one more and then I'm out. How do you get around the 30-minute time limit on DSLRs? Or do I need an external monitor? Or do I have to buy an expensive cinema style camera? Okay, if you have a Sony, there is a hack that's floating around that will allow you to get rid of the 30-minute timer. Just Google that hack and it'll test like a file you add and it'll do it. Red Base Media, good looking out on the super chat, buddy. Appreciate you. There's a way to get around that. Everything else, you're gonna have to get an external recorder. Do you understand why that 30-minute timer is on there? It has absolutely nothing to do. It would have absolutely nothing to do with the hardware itself. How would a master course compare to the SLR Lounge online workshop? Okay. Master course is going to be completely about the business side. And it's literally taking everything out of my head in chronological order and laying it out in a way where you can take it and implement it and start doing it. If you've learned anything from me, if you've learned anything from this channel, it will be that on steroids in a way where you can lay it all out, monitor it, and see progress. It'll be that on steroids. Does the contract pack cover hire a second shooter as a contractor? Yes, there's a second shooter agreement in the contract pack. I'll put that back on the screen because there is a promo code for that right now. But there's a second shooter for the contract pack. Second shooter agreement that covers a whole lot of stuff. All right. Sony without limits. Yep. Well, it's not DSLRs and mirrorless. They pay a different tax. And yes, the hack does work on A7R3s. They pay a lower tax than a video camera. And if it records over 30 minutes, it's technically a video camera. So to stay a photo camera, they got to put that limit on it. It's just a tax. It's a tax that they avoid. It's just like, for instance, if you ship a cargo van to America, it costs more than if you ship a passenger van, right? So what companies do is, like for instance, the Ford Transit Connect, which is the van I got from Ford, they ship it here as a family van. Like it's cheaper to ship it as a family van with windows and seats, and then have a certain department here remove all of the windows and seats, put all the panels on it, and then sell it as a cargo van. It's weird, but it's cheaper. He says, you can't give us everything on a master course. Listen, the master course is the fundamentals. It is everything in order that you need to do, right? It's everything that you need. It's the instruction booklet on what you need to do, the mindset behind where you need to be. The lives, you still got everything got to tweak and be applied to your situation, your scenario. Anyone who's done consulting with me, it's completely different when you get to sit down and say, okay, this is what I'm having a problem with. This is what I need help with. And we look at that and we can determine what you should do. Completely different than a live Q&A where you're getting bits and pieces. And the master course, which will give you the path, will give you the map to go from here to there. You still can look at, okay, for my niche, what should I do specifically? And it's just different. So do they have that for Canon? They do not. Canon don't play that. If you go live less than 30 minutes, I won't pay my taxes to you either. Fun Film want me to do a 24-hour live marathon. The master course is everything you wish film school would have taught you. Yep. The business. Film school don't teach you the business. They don't teach you how to make money with a camera. They just teach you how to take pictures. Teach you how to film. Story to Record said consultant changed the game. Consultant is just me looking at what have you been doing? What's right? What's wrong? What should you be doing? What should you start to do? So, the Truman Show. So with that, I'm going to get ready to wrap. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. It's been an hour and 6 minutes. Make sure you guys go ahead and, don't forget, we're going back live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We're going live at 1 Central Standard Time. We're doing it again. I'm giving y'all lives. We may go live. I may not be available Thursday for the live, but we also may go live Wednesday, a day early. So Becoming Gold, you'll have everything go to the community tab because you'll see things you couldn't see now that you're a gold member. You'll see things that you couldn't see now that you're gold. So it's all good. If you're late, make sure you can watch this once it upload. Again, I also want to apologize because for some reason, YouTube is putting 50,000 advertisements on lives that's been up. And I had no idea. It's not like they make $30,000 each. And I go check on it. It was a lot. So I deleted a whole lot. So if you go back and look at any of them, they're probably, gone or less. If not, you also got the podcast, which here's the information below. I want to thank you guys for popping up and jumping on this live with me, wherever you are. Also, make sure you check out the I Need Help video. Make sure you check that out because I want to get a few more of those in. And if you're a gold member, go to the community area so that you can see where to submit your websites, your demo reels, and everything, so we can go over it on our normally Thursday chat, but we probably do it Wednesday. All right, guys. Yeah, there was mad ads on them. I didn't want that. That ain't right. So I took it off. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all for coming out. Be safe. Wear your mask. Stay out of trouble. And I'll see y'all in the next video.